Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and of course, Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. They secretly hid how they really felt towards you and were against you the whole entire time. You have to watch out for people who are secretly against you. They're going to act like they're for you, but they're not. They will have a secret hidden agenda against you, and they will be plotting, planning, and scheming while you think everything is all right, while you think that you can get along, while you think that everything is going fine. Everything is just smoothly running. Everything's just running smooth. But the whole entire time, they're against you. You may be trying to figure something out in your life. You may be trying to get things together for yourself, but they will be trying to slowly but surely sabotage you and your efforts the whole entire time. You have to be careful with people like that. Those are the people who act like they have your back. Those are the people who seem like they have your best interest at heart, but they really don't. There's a whole other side to them that you have to be aware of. Those are what you call snakes. Snakes will shed their skin to become a bigger snake. They'll try to act like they're not against you. They'll try to act like they're your buddy. They'll try to act like they're your pal. But the whole entire time, they're showing you a fake smile. They're not keeping it real with you. They're playing you, saying one thing to your face and then saying another thing behind your back. That's not how you do people. And that's not how you want to be done by others. You don't want people doing you like that. When people try to do that to you, you got to call them out on it and tell them that you see what they're doing. And you have to stop it immediately. As soon as you see people playing with you and as soon as you see people trying to play you, you need to stop it. You don't need that person in your life. When you try to call them out on it and they say that that's not what they're doing, they try to gaslight you, tell you you're seeing things, telling you that's not the way that went, telling you that's not what you saw. At that point, you're going to have to move on and go do your own thing. You're going to have to roll dolo. All right, you're going to have to stay solo. Like one of those solo cups. You're going to have to just be by yourself and away from them. Because when people try to treat you like that, they have a hidden agenda. And you don't quite know what they're really trying to have happen to you in your life. You just know that it feels like this person may be against you. It feels like this person is not for you. Especially when someone is trying to hide their true intentions, when someone is trying to mask how they really feel about you, that's dangerous. That person is dangerous. That person is untruthful. That person is not honest. That person is hiding something. And you just don't need people like that in your life. You don't need people who are trying to hide something from you in your life. You don't need people who can't keep it real with you. You can't be around people who aren't honest with you about how they feel towards you. Because they're going to feel some type of way and just be holding it back. But they're going to be displaying actions in a way to where you're able to tell that's what they're really doing. They may be trying to sabotage you, They may be trying to get you to view yourself a certain way. They may be trying to keep you around them because they know in order for you to grow and get better, you have to disassociate yourself from them because you've outgrown them in certain ways. These may be people who you can only spend a certain amount of time around, because if not, they're going to destroy you. They're going to make you think less of yourself. They're going to make your energy go down. They're going to drain you of your energy. So when somebody is secretly hiding who they truly are, it's like in order for you to be around them, it's like you're walking through a bad neighborhood or something, because you're always going to have to keep looking over your shoulder around this person. When someone is secretly hiding how they really feel towards you, you can't trust them. You might be telling them one thing and they're going in confidence and they're going and spreading your business. All right. You might think you could trust this person and you actually can't. You might think it's all good around this person when actually, in all actuality, it's all bad. You don't want anybody that's all bad around you. That's bad energy that will rub off on you and turn you into somebody that you're not. You ever been around a group of people, and then when you get around someone that is your friend, you get around someone that you're close to, or you just get around someone in general and you start treating them the way you were being treated? That happens. You start to act out of character, and by the grace of God, hopefully you'll catch it before it's too late. All right? If you hang around snakes, sooner or later, you're going to become one. If you keep the company of snakes, sooner or later, you're going to start hissing. You're going to start be slithering. You're going to start slithering and hissing just right along with them. You don't want to try to fit in with people who have hidden agendas. You want people, first of all, you don't want to try to have to fit in with anybody. It should just naturally occur. And second of all, you want to be around people who are straight up. Straight up. You want to be around with people who are straight up, who aren't hiding things from you. All right? The whole entire time, they tried to get you to think that they were something else, and they weren't. All right? The whole entire time, you were telling them things, and they were doing God knows what with that information. Whatever they were doing with that information, that's between them and the Most High. They have to deal with the type of person that they were to you. But it's important that you realize it so that way you can get out of the situation alive. That way you can get out of this situation with your confidence. That way you can get out of this situation with your self-esteem. That way you can get out of this situation not turning into someone that you're not. Because you don't want to end up being just like them. You don't want to be a snake. You don't want to be a bad person to other people. You have what they call moral integrity. And you don't want to be the type of person that will try to destroy another person. That's not who you are. And if you don't want to be that, you don't want to see that, you have to get away from those who display those type of characteristics and that type of behavior. It's better for you to be by yourself than to be around people who want to act like that. Because if somebody wants to act like that, that means they're going to act like that towards you. When you see people acting a certain way towards others that you wouldn't condone, that means sooner or later they're going to act like that towards you. And that's not something that's positive for you. That's not something that's good for you. You don't want anybody secretly hiding how they feel. You don't want people covering up their true intentions for you, their true feelings towards you, how they really feel towards you. You don't want that. If somebody can't keep it real with you, you should get away from them really fast. because that person has the potential to stab you in the back. That person has the potential to betray you. And those are the things you want to avoid in life. Those things take time away from you. Those things take years off your life. Being betrayed, being stabbed in the back. So if you don't want those types of things to happen to you in your life, you have to not be around those kinds of people. You have to make sure that you get away from those kinds of people as soon as possible, ASAP. It's like because if you end up being around them for too long, it's going to end up being a Mission Impossible type of situation for you to have to plan an escape route. You get too enmeshed, you get too intermingled. Some people can put on a good act. Some people can play a good role. All right? They make you think that they got your back. They make you think that they're there for you. They make you think that they care for you when this person really isn't down for you like that. They try to act like they're the best thing that's happened to you. They try to act like they can do you no wrong or no harm. All the while, they're behind your back rubbing their hands together, deceiving you the whole entire time. Trying to figure out a way to do you dirty the whole entire time. Having secret meetings about you the whole entire time. Talking about you behind your back the whole entire time. And you don't do that to them. If you're not that type of person, you don't need that type of company. You are the company you keep. And if you don't want to be that, you better not keep company like that. You better get out alive while you still can. While you are still yourself. Because you don't want to turn into that. You're better than that. You don't have to be that type of person, but there are people who have turned into that, and they feel that that's the only way there is to be. You know better. You chose to grow. You chose to improve. There are some situations where certain people feel they need to act like that because they want to keep you around. If they know you found out who they really were or just how they really felt, you would have stopped dealing with them a long time ago. So they have to put on an act. They have to put on an act to try to make you believe that they're someone else. They have to try to make you believe that they're like you. They have to try to make you believe that they're a good person. They have to try to make you believe that they wouldn't do anything wrong to you. They got to try to make you believe that they got a good heart. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All the while using your good heart against you. All the while using your good nature against you. All the while using the type of person that you are against you. Just holding back how they really feel, holding back who they really are, holding back and waiting for the attack. Sometimes like they got their teeth sunken into you and you don't even know. You can't tell because they got a smile on their face with a knife behind their back, just waiting for the right moment. And you don't want to be around for them to stab you in the back. You don't want to be around for the right moment. When people aren't keeping it real with you, you got to boogie. When people aren't able to keep it real with you, you got to bounce. When you see people not keeping it real with other people, sooner or later, they're going to act that way towards you. You have to bounce. Bounce with me, bounce with me. You got to bounce. When you think somebody has a facade, when you think somebody is not keeping it real, when you think somebody is not someone that has your best interest at heart, you're probably right. You wouldn't be thinking that for no reason. You got to trust your intuition when it comes to these types of people. You got to ask yourself, how do you really feel about this person gut level? Your gut level feeling, your God level feeling is not going to betray you. Man might betray you, but those feelings that God is trying to use to warn you is not going to betray you. The reason why you feel that way about that person is because that's who they are. You have to trust that. You cannot ignore that. If you ignore that, the longer you do, the more possibility it is for you to be caught up in some of the mess that they have going on. When people are messy, it's not just going to be their mess. The longer you stay around that type of energy, your energy is going to get messy too. And that's when you have years taken off your life. That's when you have time taken away from you that you'll never get back. Some of these situations, some of these people are just there to take time from you. They're just energy vampires. They're there to take time off your life. They're there to try to hold you back. They're there to try to make sure you don't reach your destination. They're there to try to cause pitfalls for you, negative situations for you. And then they'll throw their hands up and act like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have anything to do with that. I didn't tell you to do that. I'm not the one that suggested that. I didn't make you feel that way. I can't make you feel any kind of way. I can't cause you to be miserable or unhappy. You got to get away from people like that. And you have to know when somebody is secretly hiding how they feel towards you. When people are saying things that don't add up, they're secretly hiding how they feel towards you. When you hear something come out of somebody's mouth and then they deny it and act like they never said that, they're secretly hiding how they feel towards you. When somebody's trying to gossip with you about someone else and that person is not around, that person has done you no wrong. As far as you know, they might not have done that person any wrong. That person is secretly hiding how they feel about you. That person is secretly hiding the fact that they're against you. People will clap for you. People will act like they want to succeed, like they want you to succeed, like they want to see you win. But they'll have hidden agendas. They'll have hidden motives. They do that to try to make sure you don't leave, because they know if you leave and you get away from them, they're going to try to, they're not going to be able to do to you what they need to do. They're not going to be able to use you for their supply. They're not going to be able to try to stop you from achieving your goals. They're not going to be able to make you second guess yourself and your abilities, your success and all that. You got to be careful. You come first. You have to put yourself before anybody and everybody. When things don't feel right, it's because it's usually not right. You got to trust that. You can't not go off that because of who that person may be to you. Something doesn't feel right, trust it. Doesn't matter who it is. You got to go with those feelings and not with your feelings. Your feelings will tell you, oh man, this is that, this is this. You can't go with that. You can't go with what you can't. You have to go off your gut level feeling. You can't go off of what society says or what people are telling you or how people are trying to get you to think. You don't have time for that. Your life depends on you trusting yourself and making your own decisions. And if you're wrong, if you make a mistake, hey, at least you're not hurting anybody. If you're wrong, if you make a mistake, at least you're not doing anything wrong. You may be wrong with the choice or the decision that you make, but it still might be for the better. It may be something pushing you in a positive direction. You may be wrong about the person, but you might be right about your decision. Well, I thought this about them. It might not have been right, but I still had to go off and, have some time to myself. I still had to go off and figure things out. I still had to go off and do me. These types of people will cause you a type of stress that takes years off your life. And that's some of these people's goals. Some of these people's goals is to stress you out to the point of no return, to where you're feeling bad, to where you're feeling down, to where you don't know which end is up because you're confused. Because they want to try to hit you with some Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type personality. They're good to you for a little while, then they're jacked up to you for majority of the time, or for a little bit more time. That's someone trying to secretly hide how they really feel. When people do not make mistakes with how they feel towards you, and people do not joke about things towards you how they really don't feel. Someone cracks a certain type of joke and it makes you feel some type of way, they weren't joking. Somebody makes a joke that you can't laugh at, they're not joking. They're laughing at you, not with you. Those are people who are secretly hiding how they really feel. You know what's best for you. You have to take a leap of faith. You got to go out on your intuition. You got to trust that. Can't deal with people just because of who they are. Can't keep people in your life just because of who they are. They might be against you. They might be hiding how they feel towards you. And you got to be careful. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash that like button, smash that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. We out.